And here we have an analysis of the video that you sent to me by email. We have a really good start here on the tire. Beautiful dog walk as usual. I think all of this is very good in through here. The dog was definitely thinking that maybe you were coming in for a rear cross here, which I think is reasonable for the dog to assume. If you take a look at the path of the dog, it's this way, which is with the teeter, and your path is crossing this way. Of course, once the dog is on, you subtly change your path just a little bit, but that doesn't stop the dog from looking for you on the other side. So I just wanted to point that out so you can kind of see how the dog thinks about your paths and how they intersect with his. Beautiful table performance here. Into the weave pulls. Beautiful lateral work here. Really nice. This is an excellent rear cross. You're pressuring nice and early. The dog has only just landed. This is well before takeoff. I anticipate a really great turn here, and that's exactly what we get. Beautiful turn. Okay, here we have the send. And now, for me, just looking at you, I freeze this here and I ask people, what's the next obstacle? I think most people, especially beginners, are going to say the weave pulls. I recognize that as a distance handler, sure, it could be the weaves, but could also mean this jump here. And to me, it's not perfectly clear. So let's see. Okay, it looks like he needs to do a hard turn. See? So my suspicions are correct. But I think what's happening is the dog takes off, immediately sees the weave pulls, double checks your position and says, we are going to the weaves. Because the dog's on a line here. So when you call, the first correct thing is the weave pulls. And so I think it's very reasonable for the dog to do what he did, which is realize, oh, we're not doing the weaves, I'm going to keep coming, and in coming takes the bar. I think that's what happened there. So you need a little more heads up. I'm trying to zoom out here. I got you on a tight view. I think all of this is very good. Good closeout here. Okay, this looks like a break to me again. Look, let me look. Yeah, so this is just like before, right? And then you release the dog in motion, which absolutely reinforces the behavior. Here you're going to get smacked down by the agility gods. Not only does he take the wrong course, he turns away from you just to rub it in. This should have been a walk-off, or at least a sit or down or something at the start line. Okay, so if we take a look at what happened here, you're handling this like a pinwheel. This is the danger for distance handlers. Normally, for very mobile handlers, I make them run from wing to wing. In your case, we're not going to do that, but what we can do here is stop, facing this way, but stop and just stay there. And then the dog will naturally curl towards you, and once the dog curls towards you, then you rotate. Do not rotate with the dog. So if we take a look here, the dog is going up and over, and then you rotate. See how your arms are swinging midair and you expect the dog to come with you? And paradoxically, it causes the dog to flick away from you. All right? This is a remnant of an older style of handling. All you need to do to fix this, though, is remain staying in this position, let the dog land, let them turn toward you, then rotate. So just delay your rotation. It's not intuitive. It doesn't quite make sense, but it's exactly how the dog is going to work, and that is the proper fix. I had to do that with Gitchy the first 3 years that I ran her. Until she developed a stronger verbal. Here we get a couple more spinaways as well. And another one. So on all of these, the dog either reads rear cross, which might happen, but with a strong arm that's pointed and a strong verbal, the dog decides I'm supposed to go out there. So this could also just be growing pains of putting a distance system on a young dog who's still learning all the nuances. Like I said, I think a lot of beginner handlers would look at this and say, I don't understand why her dog did that. But to me, it's very clear that the dog, these are legitimate options, and the dog kind of has to guess if he doesn't quite know the cueing system yet. So I know this may feel bad or look bad to a lot of people, but it doesn't really bother me too much. This is a tough spot. Obviously, you get stuck behind here. This is not an ideal position, and the dog will, of course, peel off that jump inappropriately. take a look at the next one here. I know, a little long-winded. I'm going to check the start line again. Yeah, there's a break again. I'm pretty concerned about these start lines now. This is the third break that I've seen in these two videos, and I think this is something that you need to address. Here you cut too sharply. You need to go in one step, then cut to make sure that he gets that outside jump. Bar down here, let's take a look. Yeah, so what happened here is the dog is thinking he's turning right or going straight, and then realizes he needs to turn. So you can see his head position is actually tilted, his body is going straight, and then he decides to try and turn, right? And what happens is that creates a curve in the body to change the lead. So your dog is on one lead, the lead is this way, changes midair to the other lead, and this causes the bar. Okay, there it's fine. A little wide there, I think that's okay. Your dog's just figuring that spot out. You're directly behind him so he can't see you at all. This is all very good. All right. This is very nice here. Very good. Dog is headed straight. You got a nice smooth cut behind, driving forward so the dog will go long and take the triple and finish out. Oh, okay, we got one more. Little bonus here. I thought I did this one. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this looks very familiar to me. Yeah, almost gets in the tunnel. Okay, so this one I analyzed already on the other one. Yeah, I already took a look at this on the other side. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop this here. Please let me know if you have any questions. I think without changing any of the distance handling, just changing when you rotate and getting your cues out earlier at the takeoff point, I think we can eliminate most of these problems. You're looking really good here. Start line does need to be fixed. Let me know if you have questions about how to do that.